Rams on the road at the Saints. They are expensive 2.5 or cheap 3 favorites out there. 49.5 is our total. I put the 2.5 in the account on the Rams. I put it in often and whatever. Like the Saints, even these wins are so ridiculously fraudulent. If you like look into them, it's just like, how in the holy hell is this actually what happened in these games? And being from Louisiana, and all my friends are Saints fans and all this, like so I pay a little bit more attention to those games as well. This team is not good at all. And I actually think the Rams are legitimately good. We talked about this last week where it's like, hey, since the 2 receivers have been back, like this is a pretty good pass offense. You can exploit, they trade away Marshawn Lattimore. Like you can exploit the Saints team through the air for sure. I think under a field goal is a steal here for this Rams team. It wouldn't surprise me if they won at margin. So here's where you come in and tell me you're on the Saints.
Not on the Saints, but did think it was a little more fair than you did. I think this one, I just don't even know what to make of the Saints, especially the way I hardly know what to make of the Rams either. They seem like an NBA team, like a zigzag team where it's just like you bet the Rams and they just absolutely poop the bed. And then you try to fade them the next week, and Matt Stafford looks like a world beater. I mean, I feel like that's been happening to me all year. So, whatever, I'm staying away from them. We saw how this Rams team crumbled in the face of a more physical attack that the Eagles brought to the table. I'm not sure where the Saints fall on that. I think they can be very physical at times, like especially when they're utilizing Taysom Hill a lot.
Yeah,
we could see a lot of him in this game. If that happens, then I'd be a little bit concerned. Man, I definitely hope you're right. And yeah, like you said, no Lattimore. I don't know how they're stopping these receivers, but on the other hand, apparently MVS is good for at least 175-yard touchdown a game.
Yeah, that's just that. Yeah, chalk that.
You have to price that in as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you go back to that Falcons game. They win by a field goal. Falcons outgained them 468 to 365. The Falcons did have a turnover. The Saints did not. The Falcons had 25 first downs to the Saints 14. They had 35:07 to 24:53 on the play clock. If you look at this other stuff, it's just these like weird chunk plays like you're talking about that just turn into these massive touchdowns.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of yards to the Browns.
Jameis went for 3 whatever in that game and all of that. Like it's just they've just been on the right side of these ridiculously massive. Yeah, Jameis threw for 395 against them in that game. Right. So what in the world makes me think that Stafford can't go for close to 3 bills in this one too? I just can't get there with all that. So I really, really like the Rams this week against the Saints squad.